Hello everyone, my name is Jesse and welcome back to another Bakugan review. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Bakutech Bakugan. This time we're going to be taking a look at Darkus Seis Tavanel, which is, from what I understand, arguably one of the more stronger Bakugan at Bakutech based off of the amount of different pieces like the souls and the arm guards and stuff, all this metal here. He has 6 individual pieces on both sides, making him one of the strongest defensive and attack Bakugan there is, which is really awesome. And of course, if you saw my last video on Made Last Boss, this is another piece to the deck where I gonna make a deck called the Possessed deck, because Seis Tavanel is one of the few Bakugan who's actually possessed a brawler in the Bakutech series. Obviously I haven't seen that, I don't know what that implies, but just a really cool thought and a cool idea. And so yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Seis Tavanel before opening them up. So of course we got these soul pieces here, the soul, the cross, and I think this is another soul piece because he's got more feet. But the designs on there are quite nice. They're a bit scuffed up. This Bakugan's clearly been played with. I have thought about cleaning and shining these up. I will probably end up doing that on my own time. I can probably just use some jewelry cleaner to do that like I did for my Delta. I don't know if it will affect this gold finishing on it though, so if you guys have any ideas on how to clean this in the comments, let me know, because I'm not 100% sure on if that will do it or not. I think if I shine it, it'll be just fine, but I don't know, I want to be safe. And so of course, you know, these pieces obviously can pop off because that's how the Bakutech convert system works. And if you have different pieces, you can match them and put them on there. And then same with the feet, all these different feet pop out and everything. And of course, you know, not too much on the colors going on. This gold is really nice. And then we've got a light purple and green there, and then the red little eye peeking out. I'm going to be opening them with this Tri-Star card, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get it focused. So let's go ahead and pop them on the card here. Boom, okay. And so Seis has a couple different manual parts. We've got the horns here. So these horns go up. Again, this horn is just like Delta's. It, you know, automatically deploys. And then he's got feet, so the feet here pop open, and then these feet in the back pop open. And he looks kind of like this, and he can, so I've seen people online stand him up like this. I don't know quite how they do it. Maybe he can go back some, I don't know, but I like to just lay him down like so. It's a little bit easier on him, I think. He's also got a mouth that pops open, which is really nice, so you can actually, see if I can get it to show. Boom, yeah, you can open his jaw, which is really cool. He is 660 Gs. This is actually one of the stronger ones, so I think the other one is 640 Gs. So we got the stronger of the G power here, which is again probably great for my deck that I'm planning on building. And so I want to read some trivia off of Seis Tavanel here. So if you're any somewhat familiar with the Bakutech series, unlike me, I'm just going right off the wiki. So Seis Tavanel was a product of a Darkus Seis Tavanel, which is like the good side to Seis Tavanel. It succumbed to its own darkness and turned into Seis Tavanel. So the kanji for Seis Tavanel basically derives from the idea of the kanji ha, if I'm pronouncing that right, and it means to rule by might rather than right. And then Seis is derived from the Spanish word from six, and then Tavanel is derived from the Japanese verb for govern. And so I just based that off the idea that maybe there's 6 different gold pieces on here, and that he likes to, and that his way of governing is to rule by might, so strength over any other thing, which is pretty intimidating if you ask me. Pretty intimidating. The only trivia on this guy is that he's one of the physically strongest Bakutech there is, and we're gonna actually be testing that with some critical KOs if I can get them to land. So I do want to practice, so we'll go ahead and do that. But to close Seis, you just shut his mouth, close the horn, so his horns should be linked together. Yeah, they close together right there. And then I do the feet first, so I just close up these feet, and then I swing these feet backwards. And then I close the arms together, then the head, and then the back of the body locks up everything else. And so he does feel a bit weak plastic-wise. I am a little scared to roll him too much because, honestly, he is kind of, squishy, if that makes sense. But he's for my deck, so I've got to do it. And we're gonna actually place, I got my Nemesis here, so I'm sorry Nemesis, but you're gonna get wrecked. So we'll just pop him in the middle. Yeah, okay. So he's in the middle of the card. I think that's pretty fair. And then we're going to roll Seis Tavanel. And so I don't know exactly what the best way to roll him is. Like, obviously he's got more metal on the sides, so maybe rolling him sideways would work, or we can just hit him head on. I'm gonna try rolling it sideways. So what's cool about these Bakugan again is that you can actually have them like upside down. Like here's the magnet. He'll try and always roll on top of his magnet. I'm sorry that was blurry, but focusing is on this. But he'll always try and roll on it. So it's gonna be pretty hard to actually miss the card. He should land on it pretty much every time unless I completely blow it. But we're gonna try and do a pretty hard roll at this Nemesis and see what happens. So he didn't actually move the Nemesis, he just didn't stand. So we'll try that one more time. Again, I'm about 2 card spaces away, which is normal playing. We're gonna do it one more time. I missed. So another thing I can try and do, I've been flicking him like this with my finger, like that. We can also pinch him, which will give him a lot more power. And I'm fine doing this because this is actually just foam, so I'm not gonna hurt the Bakugan in any way. But we'll go ahead and give it like a pinch shot and see what happens. I'm not good at this. Ooh! Okay, well I didn't land on the card either, but Nemesis sure got knocked off. So I hope that showed up on camera. I don't even know it was out of focus or not. Let's go ahead and ball him back up. Yeah. And so another thing is, like, he's gonna be hard to KO off because he's got so much armor on him. So that's another good thing about him. Let's see if I can actually get him to stand. Close. Let's try one more time. Oh, he did open. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to waste everyone's time trying to land that perfect shot. But I'll practice that maybe in the deck building video or something. It is interesting just that, like, you know, I can pop him down like this, you know, let's just say he lands like that, and not only does he take up a lot of the card, but this Nemesis probably stands almost no chance of trying to ever knock this guy off the card. Like, this Bakugan feels so light. Like, this is probably, like, a really, you know, bad example, but, like, there is no getting on that card. You know, not only is he blocking and filling the whole card, but, like, Nemesis just is too light to ever even move him. Like, this Bakugan didn't even budge. And that's what I really like about Seis Tavanel, is that he's just so heavy and, like, powerful. And so I think he really adds to this possessed deck I'm building. Like, he's the tank. He's the one with the most attack and stuff. Like, if it comes down to it, I'm just gonna use him and just make sure I hit the card. Unlike Made Last Boss, where I can use some cool gimmicks and stuff and kind of flex, and he's a 36mm. Like, this is the guy who's gonna dominate, I think. And of course, I'm still looking for a gift Genryu. I don't even know if I'm gonna make a video on it, but I will add him to the deck building video whenever that comes out. Just teasing it in this video as well. But yeah, that is Seis Tavanel, and yeah, I don't have too much more to say about him. He's a really awesome Bakugan with a cool color scheme. There are a bunch of different rare versions of this as well. There's a whole purple one, there's one with the purple crosses. Yeah, you can look online and find all different kinds of styles and types of these dudes. Like, the options are pretty much endless, and there's just so many different variations of them, so that's kind of nice if you have a preference. But yeah, that's pretty much all for this video. I just wanted to showcase him and show him, like, what his skills were. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, and of course subscribe for more awesome content. My name is Jesse, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.